Hey everybody, Dr. Jaime here, and you are about to listen to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I hope you enjoy the tips and advice in this segment.
Hey everyone, Dr. Jaime here with the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience, and today I have with me Sarah Doering with Simplicity Organizing Solutions, sorganizing.com, and she is going to share with us her top 5 tips for staying organized. Sarah, welcome to the Dr. Jaime Show.
Thank you, Dr. Jaime, for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time today. So organizing is not something that everybody is that great at. So we definitely need you in our life, and you've got 5 super awesome tips to help us stay organized. Sarah, what's your first tip for us today?
Well, I like saying this with my clients because it sounds like a jingle. It's easy to remember, and it's the most important part of becoming organized and staying organized. So I tell my clients to keep the best and discard the rest. So what this means for my clients is as we're going through items and belongings in their home or office, we are really looking for the items that bring about joy in someone's life or something that they really need. And if both of those criteria aren't met, maybe it's time to let that item go. And by discarding, it's not necessarily that we're throwing things away. Most things that my clients and I go through are donated. 80% is donated. About another 10% is then able to be recycled. And then 10% may just actually be trash. But we do our best to repurpose the items that they no longer need.
I love it. So you're giving this old shirt, probably for me, I've got 30 of them in my closet, and you're giving it a new home to someone that's going to use it and love it and wear it, and that actually makes me feel good.
Absolutely, because if we know that it can bless someone else, it's a little bit easier to let go. So, sometimes our belongings serve us a great purpose for a period of time, and then they might not be useful to us anymore. And I think so oftentimes people feel guilty about that. But there's so many wonderful resources in our community to repurpose items that really are just spreading the joy to someone else, and that's kind of a fun way to look at it.
I love it. Excellent. And before we get to tip 2, Sarah, what types of things do you organize other than closets? Because that's obviously like the first one that comes to mind is all the clutter in the closet and the drawers. Are there any other areas that you can help people organize?
So just about any space you can think of, we've done before. So it goes from the garage, pantry, kitchen, master bathroom, attics, storage units, and then we even organize people's file systems in their office to give them some systems to make things more efficient on a daily basis.
I love it. Excellent. Yes, I'm going to hire you full time. So can you be my within?
Any tips you need, just call me.
I will. So, now the second tip for staying organized is what, Sarah?
So the second tip that I bring up with clients is to start with one category at a time. So often, we'll bring up the topic of we need the master bedroom organized. And, we'll start with the master bedroom. But really, if we can think about it on, a smaller scale, almost by unit within a space, for instance, in a master closet, let's just start with your shorts. If we can gather all the shorts from any drawers, the ones that are hanging, it makes decisions much easier when we can see the magnitude of each category of item that we have in a space and make decisions based off of that. Because if a client and I are standing in the master closet and I just ask them, what are you not using? Well, there's really no gauge for them to know what is useful to them or what might bring them joy. But if we're able to gather a category, sit down, and they pick out almost what is their favorite from that category, it makes the discarding process much more efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can also imagine, too, like you're in the zone. So if you're doing all tops or all shorts, let's say, you're in the zone kind of focused on those as opposed to going from shorts and then, oh, wait, let's go check something in the garage. And then, oh, wait, do I have this? And you're going back and forth. It's a waste of time, too. And part of organizing is saving time. So,
of course. Yep. And it's hard to stay focused when we're looking at items that we enjoy or might bring back a memory. It's easy to get distracted when organizing. So if you can just keep it simple with one category at a time. That'll really help anyone that's listening find success with organizing.
Okay, excellent. What is tip number 3 on staying organized?
So tip number 3 kind of goes with 2, but it's just making sure that any project you choose to tackle is a very small project. I encourage clients to set a timer on their phone or an egg timer to about 15 minutes. If you're feeling very ambitious, 30 minutes, but realize that cleanup and kind of getting your space back to a livable and functional environment is going to take another 10 minutes. So I really say 15 minutes is a good time length. And if you're thinking about, I keep going back to the master bedroom. I enjoy doing master closets. They're very fun. And I was doing one yesterday, so I suppose that's what's on my mind. But, you know, so the master closet, that could take 10 hours for some individuals, even when I'm working with them, you know, depending on how much they have. So really just focusing even on, okay, today I am going to look at my high heels. And, you know, that could be 10 pairs or it could be 50. Who knows? But nonetheless, it's a project that is quick, efficient, and you're going to feel like you succeeded after accomplishing a small task, but it's one thing off your list.
I love it. I'm thinking about the garage in our house right now, and my husband has like in his toolbox. There's tools in there, but I think we've thrown some paint cans by there, and somehow cups have gotten there, and I don't know, but this toolbox is just in shambles and crazy. And I think if we just said, hey, we're going to clean out the top drawer of this toolbox today,
Absolutely.
You feel accomplished, because when I look at it, it's so overwhelming. And then I don't just look at the toolbox. Then I look at what's on the floor next to the toolbox and what's on the floor next to that. And then I look at the whole garage, and it's overwhelming and nothing gets done.
Yes, I mean, that is a very common feeling that you're experiencing, is overwhelmed. I hear that all the time. I mean, that's, you know, most oftentimes why individuals are referred to simplicity is because they're feeling overwhelmed. It's not necessarily that they don't want to be organized or that they're not organized. Sometimes it's really just being able to dedicate that time to getting it where you want, which will kind of lead up to the next point. But with the garage, you know, I would just suggest like even a little tip with paint cans. You know, oftentimes we don't necessarily use our paint very often. So sometimes what clients will have us do is take pictures of the top of the paint can with specific instructions on, you know, what walls are painted that color within the home, and almost creating like a booklet for your home to kind of decrease the amount of space some of these items take up. You know, so that's just one kind of small tip that would save you some space in your garage with paint.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. I love tip number 3 for sure, and kind of breaking it down into smaller projects. So you said this led us into tip 4. What is tip 4?
Well, okay, so I kind of jumped the gun. It was my last point that it follows into. So would you like me to do 4 or 5 next?
No, do 4. Let's keep it in order.
Okay. So it's very exciting to go by organizing solutions, products, chalk labels, chalk pens, all the pretty stuff, right? So I often find individuals where they've bought all the products, but none of the projects have started. So I really encourage using this as a reward towards the end of your organizing project. And going to, you know, the Container Store is a wonderful and beautiful place. Make sure you go with a list, but use it as a reward once you've accomplished, let's say, the 10 projects that need to happen in the master closet before you're ready to actually know what organizing solutions you need.
Yeah, I love that tip. And it's so funny you said use it as a reward. And 2 seconds before you said that, I made a note and I put use as reward. So we're on the same wavelength.
We are. And it is so fun. I mean, it is the funnest part of organizing, and it's the easiest. So definitely use it as a reward. Push out the hard projects first, and, you know, then you know you'll be done. So you buy that product. You want to put it up in your closet because it looks so nice, and then that project is done and it looks beautiful. So that's what I would recommend.
And otherwise it becomes more clutter. So now you've got all this foo-foo, beautiful, great stuff, but you haven't even done the project, and that's probably going to go on the floor in your closet or in your garage and sit there for weeks and weeks and weeks. So
and sometimes what will happen is it ends up actually storing items that we really don't need. So if we do the discarding decisions beforehand, will have less in the closet than if you buy storage and then try to do it. So I don't know what the psychology is behind all of that. Maybe you could tell us, but it's just better to wait, I promise.
Okay, all right, excellent. And then under that tip, you also said, and go with your list. I think that's important too, because otherwise we're just grabbing anything and putting it in the cart. I instantly thought, for me, I'm sure people are thinking like, Michael, I need to go to a list when I go to Target, because I'll go in for like ice, I don't know, and I come out with everything but what I need. So
me too, it happens. Yes, lists are so important.
Thank you. Okay, and I guess your final tip for us today, Sarah, is what?
Follow through. It is the most important tip of all, so that you can stay organized, so all the work that you've done, you know, stays in place and is useful and efficient for you. So some clients will have, you know, a little bit of help with follow through, whether that's once a month or whatnot. But I really do believe that if systems are implemented properly for someone's lifestyle, that it is possible to follow through and find organizing success. So, you know, fight that urge to put the scissors in the wrong drawer. Go, you know, walk into the kitchen, put them, you know, in the designated home that you've given them, and it really, really will help with finding organizing success long term. So it's definitely the hardest tip of all, but it's definitely what will bring about long-term change.
I love it. Excellent. Yeah, it definitely is a hard tip, I think, in any capacity, not just organizing, but in anything that we do, is the follow through and the consistency with it. Sarah, thank you so much for being on the Dr. Jaime Show today.
Oh, you're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Everyone, you are listening to the Dr. Jaime audio experience with Sarah Doering with Simplicity Organizing Solutions, sorganizing.com. If you go to her website, she has a free ebook on organizing your physical filing system. You've got to check it out. Go there now, sorganizing.com. And do me a favor, go to YouTube, go to iTunes, go to Google Play, subscribe to the Dr. Jaime Show. Every like, every follow keeps bringing on amazing guests like Sarah today. And comment below this audio with your favorite takeaway on this particular episode. Have a great, decluttered day.
Thank you so much for listening to the Dr. Jaime Show audio experience. I really hope that you enjoyed the tips and advice given on today's segment. Do me a favor and go to iTunes and my YouTube, and please subscribe to that channel. Every subscribe, every like, every follow helps the Dr. Jaime Show grow so that we can bring you the best guest and the best content possible. And of course, as always, if you have any feedback, feel free to leave that as well. Talk to you soon.